Okay, well, welcome everyone to our third session of our August at-home tone program. I'm Greg. For those of you that don't know me, I know we have some new people joining us and some that will be watching the recorded version later. So welcome, those of you that are new. And today we're going to be working on a lot of back exercises and then also quite a bit of legs. It's been requested that we do more leg stuff, lower body, so we're going to be splitting half and half from now on. And the good thing about these leg exercises today, a lot of them can be done in a seated position. So I just ask that everybody have a chair that has some legs. So the stool would work, or this chair behind me, anything like that will work that you can hook the band around. So to start, we'll just do a few stretches here. Get our bodies primed. So we'll do just a quick full body stretch, nice and easy. Let's get the head going, do a few rolls. Nice and easy. And a reverse. Let's bring that ear to the shoulder, or try to, and just hold there for about 10 seconds. Switch sides. Let's bring those shoulders up and shrug up here and hold for 10 seconds. Next, we'll move down to the shoulders. So we'll start with some small arm circles. Loosen up those shoulder joints. They will be active today. Let's go a little bit bigger. And now let's go real big. Now let's reverse it. Let's start small. Let's go a little bit bigger. And biggest. All right. Now, if you want to grab some bands, I typically use the black band for these stretches, but I have it set up to my anchor right now, so I just grabbed a red and green one. You just need something you can pull with a decent amount of resistance. All we're going to do is give it a good stretch to stretch out our back here and our chest. This is what it looks like from the side. We'll just do this about 7 or 8 times. Let's do one more. All right. Next, I'm going to take my left hand, or my forearm elbow area. Forearm will be resting on your opposite quad here. And we're just going to turn. We're going to push with this arm against the leg, forcing us to turn. And let's hold it there for a few seconds. Take your other arm that's behind you free and reach up to the sky. And then hold this position for another 10 seconds. You should be feeling all kinds of stretches here. Now let's do the opposite side. So I'm going to take my right arm, my left knee, force my body to turn. Hold. Let's reach up with the other arm and hold. Next, let's get those calves going. So you can do this just in a seated position. Warm up those ankles, do some twists. So we will be using these quite a bit. Just up and down. We're going to stretch these legs out a little bit better before our leg workout starts. All right. So, with our topic being back and legs, we're going to start with the back. So I'm going to move up to my anchor point. And just for reference, I have the black band and the blue band hooked up to my anchor, and my anchor is about 2 feet off the ground. I have it suspended by a yoga strap. So, you know, sometimes you got to get creative when you don't have a great anchor point. All right. I just pressed something on accident. All right. So that's what I'm going to be using. Once again, I have the blue and black band. And I'm going to sit roughly 4 to 5 feet away, because this is where most of our back exercises are going to come from, this position. There's going to be different variations, different grips we're going to use, and motions. But for the most part, I'm sitting, this is about belly button height for me. And we're going to be starting off with a row, a neutral grip row. So your hands will be facing in. And we're going to be doing this motion right here. This is going to be our first warm-up. It's a pretty medium resistance to medium difficult. So if you want to give it a shot right now, do a couple practices. Make sure that you have resistance all the way through the movement and that it's challenging enough for you. So I'll give everyone about 10-15 seconds, and we're going to get going here. We're going to do 6 different back exercises. And we're going to do 2 sets each, so 12 total. By the end of it, you should be feeling a good burn in your lats and your biceps. And we're going to do sets of 12 today. Instead of a timed workout, we're going to focus a little bit more on strength building and training rather than endurance like we have been in the past. If you don't want to work on strength and what we're doing here, you can always go with a lighter weight and just do 20 to 30 repetitions or a timed version. So here we go. First set, these are seated rows and they're neutral grip. Ready? And let's begin. 1, 2. You're pulling all the way to your rib cage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. We're just going to do quick rests of about 5 to 10 seconds, and then we're going to go one after the other. So feel free to adjust your weight if it wasn't challenging enough, if it was too difficult. Now's the time. And here we go, set number 2. 1, 2, 3. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Next, same idea of what we were doing, but we're going to do the overhand grip. So it's going to look like this, palms facing down. And what we're going to do is try to keep our arms wider apart. So you're almost pulling out away from each other. If you guys can see like that, that's what it's going to look like. and we're pulling towards our neck. Pull towards your neck, you probably don't want to go higher than your neck, top of the shoulders. We really want to work the upper back and not as much the traps here. So just like this. This is a wide grip row. So same, we're going to do 12 reps. Ready and begin. Halfway there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. All right. Should definitely be feeling that upper back. This one burns a little bit more, especially if you're trying to pull out. Pull your arms apart. All right, next set, same thing. Let's begin. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. I'm gonna actually move my camera. I think it'll be better from this side. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna work better, I think, for everybody. All right. Next, we're gonna do reverse grip. So it's gonna be an underhand. It's gonna be underhand. I'm actually gonna move myself back just a little. And how this movement is gonna work, you wanna pull towards your waist, down here. Just like this. You gotta make sure to bend the elbow, because if you don't bend the elbow, you're gonna get a totally different movement, which we're gonna do in a later exercise. So you wanna bend the elbow and pull down here to the waist. Right next to your hips is fine too, just like that. So I'm still using the same weight. And here we go, 2 sets of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Quick rest. And set number 2, same thing. 1. That's 6. That's 10, 2 more. And that's 12, all right. Good job, everyone. So we're about halfway done with the back portion. Next is gonna be similar exercise to what we just did, the movement, but we're gonna keep our arms straight and we're gonna change our grip. So we're gonna go in overhand grip and we're gonna pull straight down from where you are, just like that. This one's gonna be a little bit harder with the resistance you're using most likely. So feel free to maybe take a band off, or if you can do it with this weight and keep the form, hey, more power to you. I'm gonna try doing it with the weight I have, and this is what this motion looks like. So let me give you guys about 10 seconds. Give it a try, make sure it's not too difficult, and we're gonna get going. All right, first set. So tension all the way through. I have tension right here at the start, and then all the way down to the bottom. So here we go. Ready? And let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Hopefully that went okay. If you have to make any changes, go ahead. And here we go. Set number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, good job, everyone. Next exercise, I am gonna grab the red band because what we're using right now is gonna be a little bit too heavy for this next move. And I'm also gonna scoot up. So I'm just gonna throw this through the loop here. And I'm not gonna put handles on it. No need to put handles on it. These are reverse flies. So this is the motion we want right here. I'm just gonna grip it right around here. So that's about a ruler foot away from the buckles. And I'm sitting, my knees are about 2 feet away from the anchor right now. So all I'm doing, I'm keeping my arms locked. My grip is facing down, my palms. We're doing this motion right here. Reverse fly. You should be feeling this in your back. So I'll give everyone about 15 seconds. Grab some water if you need it. I think any one of the lighter bands will work. I don't know if I would, you could probably use any one except the black one. The black one's going to be a little difficult. And this move is more about the form rather than how much weight we're doing. You could hurt your back. So here we go. First set, and let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 10, 11, and 12. All right. This is a good move for your shoulders. It's going to work your traps, but it should mostly be targeting that upper back. Should really, depending where your anchor is too. If your anchor is much higher, you might be getting more burn up here. All right. Set number 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Good job. Now we're going to go back to the first setup with the handles. So once again, the black and the blue band. I'm going to scoot myself back. Now we're going to work that pull down motion. And we're going to do it, typically I would set up a high anchor to work this type of motion, the pull down. But we're just going to move our body in a different plane and get that same effect. I recommend trying it with the high anchor at home, but for time purposes and just to keep it the anchor uniform for today, we're going to use this. But what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to grab the band right below the buckles, the carabiner, with my palms facing out. I'm going to give myself, there we go. And you want to have tension right here. You should feel the tension, quite a good amount of tension. And I'm just going to lean forward, and I'm pulling like this, just like this. You may need to move yourself further back, which I'm finding out right here. But we're just going to put our head down, chest to the knees if you can. And we're making this motion just like that. You should really feel the lats here. So why don't you guys give that a try? Give you a few seconds and we're going to get started here with this first set. We're going to do 2 quick variations of it. All right, so first one, palms are out and we're holding the band directly. Heads are down and we're looking at the ground. And we're pulling. That's 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Ooh. Quick rest, and we're going to go with set number 2. All right, here we go. Set number 2. Ready and begin. Six, 2 more. All right, and rest. Last exercise is going to be similar, but we're going to change the grip up. We're going to actually hold the handles on this one. And just like the other exercise where we pulled away, we're going to be doing the same thing in this downward headed motion. Palms facing down, we're going to be pulling away. So here we go, 2 more sets, and then we're moving on to legs. Ready and begin. 6, 1 more. All right. Almost there, everyone. Again, this is an easier motion done from a high anchor because you don't have to bend down. You don't have to put your back in a funny position. Though it shouldn't probably cause too much pain, but if you are feeling lower back pain, then I would definitely switch to a higher anchor when working this type of move. So here we go, last one. And begin. 3, 6, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. All right. Good job, everyone. I'm going to bring computer back here. And we are now going to break into the other groups. So Monica, are you on?
Yep.
All right, good. So let's give everyone a few seconds, grab some water, decide whether you want to stick with me and do some legs or if you want to join Monica for the arm workout. And just make sure to pin her video.
I typed in the chat, but if you are not doing the leg, if you're following the arm, we're going to start by sitting on the resistance band. So I just have it underneath me and I don't have any handles on it. And then we'll move to having it as just free floating.
All right. All right, everyone. Well, here we go. We're going to start off with just some stretches for our legs. We don't want to pull anything because we are going to work them a little bit more today. First off, we're going to just do some heel taps. So bring your leg in, place it on the ground in front of you. We're warming up our calves, our quads, hamstrings working. Now switch legs. Next, we're going to add the side motion out here. So front, side, and down. Front, we're going to go to the side. Bring that knee up high, back down. So it's 3 motions. Get those hip flexors ready. Other leg. All right, next, you're probably gonna wanna hold the chair, but we're just gonna do like an extension. Don't let your feet touch. Just going down and up. No resistance here. All right, and now we're gonna just do some flexion, some dorsiflexion with the ankle, get the calves going. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna take 2 of my bands, any 2 I found that were loose. I have a green and yellow one. I'm gonna put at the balls of my 1 foot, and I'm just gonna stretch. I'm stretching it just like that. You might have to curl your toes around because those bands want to escape. So just like that, you should be feeling a stretch in your calf. You're also flexing that ankle. And then add this motion to it. Just push down and flex that ankle. Just like that. If you have any kind of ankle problems, this is a good exercise for that. It also stretches out the calves pretty well. So now let's go to the other leg. Same thing, underneath the ball of my foot. Got a nice stretch here. You don't want to go too high. We're going to do that next. Now let's flex that ankle. All right. Next, we're going to warm up the hamstrings. Similar position, but in the middle of your foot. And all we're going to do is bring that leg up as high as we can. So right here, I'm feeling the stretch. I don't know if I want to go much higher than that. So go as comfortable as you are, but make sure you get a good stretch out of that hamstring. You can also do this sitting on the ground, laying on your back. I'm just demonstrating from the chair. All right, and let's do the opposite leg. You are in control of the degree of the stretch here. Oh, testing my limits here, but it feels good. And hold. All right. And this next one is going to be an exercise / stretch too. I have my yellow band. So this is going to be the weakest band out of the whole set. I don't recommend having anything strong. This motion, very easy motion, small. And we're going to work our abductor, adductor, hip flexors here. It's basically going to look like something like this right here. So how you do that with the band, make sure you have the middle, go on top of your knees, curl it around, pass it through to the other hand, and hook up the carabiners to each other, just like that. So all I have is a double loop basically. From here, I can do right there. That's the motion I want. My feet are about shoulder width apart, and these bands should be right above the knee. You can hold them in place with your hand. From the side. This is an exercise I should be doing a lot more. It's really good for overall health in your hips. So here we go. We're going to do 20 reps of this. This is lightweight. So here we go, set one, and let's begin. That's 5. 10. 15. 2 more. All right, and rest. All right, next. So I would recommend doing more of these, probably at least 3, maybe 4 sets. Again, depends on your needs. But we're just I want to get through all these exercises and show you guys what we can do here. So for time constraints, we're going to move on. But keep your band. I'm going to show you down here what I want to do. So I want to keep it just like this, but bring it down to the ankles. And now we're just going to take a step out. So there should be tension throughout the whole movement. So you decide where your legs need to be to keep a little bit of tension in this position, in the start. You don't want a lot, but just a little bit. And then we're going to take a step. I'm taking about a foot stride to my right. And here we go. We're going to do 20 of these, each leg. Ready and begin. You should be feeling this in your hip area on both sides. It's 10. 5 more. 2 more. Last one. All right, well done. Now we're going to work the other leg. And here we go. It's 5. Body should be pretty still. I'm just holding on to the back. 10. Halfway there. Two more. And last one. All right. Good job, everyone. Next, we're gonna use the chair legs. So I don't want you to break the loop. Just grab one side, slip one foot out of it so you still have this loop. And I want you to put the chair leg in the loop. So you're creating this natural anchor point. Because this is a movement we're gonna do right here. But we're gonna attach our foot cuff so this thing isn't sliding up our leg and dancing around. So all you have to do, make sure you have your carabiner here. And all I'm gonna do, put that foot cuff on. And this is gonna prevent it from trying to go up my shin. Because we're doing seated leg extensions, and this is the movement we want. So I'm using the same band, lightweight, and that's what it looks like from the side. So I'll give everyone a few seconds to set that up. Once again, just keep that loop, put a chair leg through it, and then I added the foot cuff on to prevent it from sliding. So we're gonna do a set of 20 each leg. I'm going a little bit on the edge of the chair here because I want to keep a little bit of tension throughout the whole movement. And then I'm going from here. I don't want that much slack at the very bottom. So here we go. First set, ready and begin. 5, 10, 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, feel the burn pretty good on that one, I must say. All right, so now to get into our other leg, let's just unstrap the foot cuff. Grab that top of the loop, slide your foot out, put the next one in. So there it is. That Velcro is nice and tight. And there we go. Now we're switched over to our left. Give you guys a few seconds. All right, and here we go. Set of 20. Ready and begin. That's 10. 15. 5 more. And 5. All right. Good job. That's a good one. Probably only have to do two sets of those, 2 or 3 if you want to do these at home. But it's a good, easy workout sitting down too. I'll show you different variations of quad and hamstring exercises today. I just wanted to show you the seated version. For those, it might be easier to do it seated rather than standing or laying on the ground. All right, next, we're gonna do a standing exercise for the quads and lower back. It's essentially a Romanian style deadlift, if anyone's familiar with that. But I am gonna we're gonna stand to do this move. And you're probably gonna want a heavier weight. I'm gonna see how the black and blue band that we just used will work for this. We might be able to pull it off with just using this. Okay, so this is actually not bad. The black and blue band for me seem to work pretty good. The idea of this motion, I have the bands underneath my feet. I'm gripping mid-shin, and I'm just standing straight up. And then back down. This helps our lower back and the hamstring quite a bit. So this is the motion we're going to be doing. I'll probably add a little bit more weight to this for set number 2, but this is a good start. So why don't you guys play around with the weight, and we're going to do 2 sets of 15 of these, and that will wrap it up for today. So once again, I'm just standing about shoulder width apart. I'm grabbing the band mid-shin, and I'm standing up. Back down, and up. And you want to keep your legs straight, or else you're not going to get those hamstrings going here. All right, well, here we go. Set of 15, ready, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, last set. Feel free to modify your weight. I am gonna add a red band. So that's about 10 more pounds of resistance, depending on what set you're using. All right, here we go, last set. You guys are doing great. 15. 1, 2, 3, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I definitely feel my hamstrings more this time around with the greater weight. So if you didn't get much of a hamstring workout on the last set, you may need to just increase the resistance poundage. 9, 10, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one. 5. All right. Grab some water. Take a break. How's everyone doing?